Boston, Terry Rozier was wide open in the left corner. The opposing point guard, Eric Bledsoe, had just missed a layup as the Bucks were attempting to chip down a 20-point Celtics lead in the fourth quarter, and Boston big man Al Horford was pushing the ball up the court. He located Rozier, zipped him a pass, and watched as Rozier launched a three. Down it went, and with 3:31 to go in the game, the Celtics lead ballooned back to 15 points. The Bucks folded from there, the Celtics closing out a 120-106 game to win to seize control of this opening round series, 2-0. If there is a matchup between the Bucks and Celtics that defines where the two teams stood coming in, it is at point guard. By all rights, it should be an advantage for Bledsoe, an 8-year veteran who averaged 17.7 points this year and has twice logged seasons of better than 20 points per game scoring. On the other side, Rozier, a third-year reserve thrust into the starting role because of the knee injury to star Celtics guard Kyrie Irving. Rozier came into the postseason with 16 starts to his credit. Bledsoe had 330. But on Wednesday, Rozier started his second straight playoff game, and for the second straight game, he badly outplayed Bledsoe, posting 23 points on 8 for 14 shooting, handing out 8 assists without a turnover. He has not committed a turnover in 77 minutes played in this series. Bledsoe, on the other hand, suffered yet another rough night, with 12 points on 5 for 13 shooting, showing an inability to get through screens set for Rozier, who scored 10 points on 5 for 8 shooting in the paint. In 2 games, Bledsoe has scored just 21 points on 9 for 25 shooting and committed 6 turnovers. Asked by reporters after Game 2 about Rozier's play, Bledsoe said, flippantly, I don't even know who the F that is. Rozier surely will take that to heart. Given the way he's played, he should. Bledsoe, of course, should probably spend a few minutes watching some film. I just got that confidence, Rozier said. My teammates, my coach, they trusted me to get everybody into their spots, to run the plays. That's just part of being a point guard, protecting the ball. I am gonna do what I can to protect the ball and get my guys open to make plays and put us in a position to win. I don't notice stuff like that with the turnovers, but that's a good thing to have. For Rozier, this season has seen a series of milestones, a triple-double at the end of January in his first career start, his first 30-point game in his second career start, a career high of 33 points in a late March game in Sacramento. He's gotten accustomed to showing how much he can do now that he's gotten the opportunity in Irving's absence. But nothing has quite matched what Rozier has done in these 2 playoff games, his Game 2 performance building off his 23-point output on 7 for 18 shooting, 4 for 9 from the three-point line in Game 1. Rozier knows he was not expected to be outplaying Bledsoe this way. He is Irving's understudy, after all. But that's long chafed him. He has felt he could be doing more, and he attributed much of what he's doing now to a chip on his shoulder. I had a chip on my shoulder since I got drafted, Rozier said. I had a chip on my shoulder since, forever. It's all carryover. This year, I got the opportunity to start in the playoffs. I'm playing with a great group of guys, but that chip on my shoulder is going to remain, no matter how deep we go, no matter what the circumstances are. Yes, the draft. It's easy to forget just how fickle the forces of NBA roster building can be and how close the Celtics were to forking over their shot at Rozier. 3 years ago, with Boston holding pick number 16 in the NBA draft, the team put on a mad dash to break into the top 10 once it saw the player the front office wanted, Justice Winslow, slipping past the first 5 picks. The Celtics made an offer to the Hornets at number 9, giving them the 16th pick and the 15th pick in the draft, as well as likely future lottery picks from Memphis and Brooklyn. That was an enormous trove of picks for a shot at Winslow. The Hornets, though, passed because the team, owner Michael Jordan, that is, had eyes for Frank Kaminsky. The Heat wound up picking Winslow at number 10. Each has become a role player off the bench. Stuck with number 16, the Celtics picked Rozier, who'd been projected as a late first-rounder. The pick was widely criticized. One national website wrote, "The Rozier pick makes little sense." Said another, "Rozier seemed like somewhat of a reach. It would have been a reach to peg Rozier as an advantage for the Celtics at the point guard spot here in the playoffs, not with Bledsoe on the other side." But through 2 games, Rozier has exceeded expectations, and while Al Horford was the offensive star of Game 1 and Jaylen Brown, 30 points, carried that load in Game 2, Rozier has been the Celtics' model of consistency, producing points while harassing Bledsoe. Lo and behold, that's been the difference in this series. "I just want to keep it going. I am out there having fun," Rozier said. "We are all out there having fun. That's the main thing.